Welcome back everybody. Today we are going to do some cyanotyping. Before we start, I am going to show you the two pictures which we are going to use. I am going to use this channel logo and I'm also going to use this picture. But before we can do that, we have to turn these pictures into a black and white negative. Using this website, the pictures were transformed into a negative. Afterwards, editing was used to transform this picture into a black and white picture. Yeah, this looks good. Then I transferred them over to my laptop to print them out. Normal printer paper cannot be used, therefore I bought this stuff which is suited for overhead projectors. This is some sort of transparent foil which can be printed on with a normal printer. For printing, the foil was therefore added to the paper cassette. The two negatives were then printed out. This is what the printed negatives looked like. If we invert the colors, you are able to see the original picture. Then you will need ammonium iron 3-citrate and potassium ferricyanide. Here you can have a look at the chemicals: potassium ferricyanide and ammonium iron 3-citrate, which is a somewhat green powder. 12.5 grams of ammonium iron 3-citrate and 5 grams of potassium ferricyanide were weighed out. Afterwards, they were added to 50 milliliter bottles. To the ammonium iron 3-citrate solution, I added 40 milliliters of distilled water. You want to fill up the bottle to the 50 milliliter mark. To the other bottle, also water was added to the 50 milliliter mark. The bottles were then capped and shaken until everything had dissolved. Equal volumes of the solutions were mixed. Keep in mind that the ammonium iron 3-citrate solution is sensitive to light. Do this inside or in a somewhat dark room. Using a brush, the solution is then applied in a thin film onto a piece of normal printer paper. This is printer paper. You can see that it reflects light and it's not normal paper. It won't work with normal paper. I tried it. Thin film will be enough. You don't need to put that much of this solution onto the paper. Make sure that it is spread equally among all parts of the paper. The paper is left to dry. Then the negatives are placed onto our photo material. Another glass plate is placed on top of it and beneath it to keep everything firmly in place. The cyanotype is brought into the broad daylight. You have to experiment with the time for optimal results. it was brought back inside. We removed the glass and then the blueprint was rinsed in water. The rinsing step is important because you want to remove ammonium iron tricitrate. If this stuff remained in the paper and you brought the prints back outside, it would ruin the entire blueprint. After several more washings with fresh water, the picture was taken outside and left to dry. You can see that my channel logo turned out pretty well, but we will have to repeat the entire process because of this picture. The process was repeated. In the end, this was actually the only picture which turned out well enough. This does not look that great, but I can tell you, if you take some time and you experiment with this stuff, then you can get some really good pictures. And I can tell you this because I actually did this process 2 years ago, my first time, and it went better than what you can see here. Now to the chemistry behind everything. When the iron 3 ammonium citrate is exposed to sunlight, the iron 3 is reduced to iron 2 ions, which react with the potassium ferricyanide to form Prussian blue. Here you can actually see some Prussian blue. I have an entire glass of it. And the Prussian blue settles in the paper and it turns it blue. And this is the blueprint that you can see here afterwards. So if you like this video, feel free to give me one of these and consider subscribing to my channel. I wish all of you a nice day. Until next time. Bye.